Hi guys, welcome back to another GGF video. Today we're going to be doing a quick unboxing on the brand new release Thermaltake Pacific Hard Tube Bender Kit. So we're just going to do a quick unboxing, show you what you get, show you any extra accessories you may need if you want to get started into bending a hard tube. And then in a recent coming video that we'll do later on is we'll show you how to actually use this kit. We'll run through a few bending demos and show you how easy it is to actually bend hard tube. It's actually not too hard. I've had plenty of people sort of message me, ask me, oh, how hard is it? Can anyone do it? So on. And it really isn't that bad. So this is a 1/2 inch inner diameter and outer diameter 5/8. So this is your 16-12 mil. So the 12 mil being the inner and the outer diameter being the 16 mil. So that's very important for two things. When it comes to the bender kit, the inner diameter is used for when you insert the silicone insert into the tube. So that pretty much just goes straight into the tube like so. And that there will stop your, when you do heat it up to do your bend, it just stops the walls from the tube from collapsing. So if you were to heat up the, tube like so without this in it and then just bend it, you're just going to pretty much just cut it. It'll just be a really tight bend. So that's what the silicone insert is for, and you need to get the exact one for your tube that you are using. All right, so next off with this kit, we get these mandrels. So you got 1, 2, 3 mandrels. Now these are just guides to help you do your bend. So you have a 180. So if you want to do a fancy 180 bend like this is what this mandrel is for. Now we have your 360. I personally haven't used a 360 before, but it may come in handy if you need it. Then we have a 90 degree. 90 degree is probably the most common that I use. You get you those nice 90 degree bends, and you also get it says 135 here, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be a 45. Yeah, it even says 45 in the little manual here, so that'll get you 45. So 45s also come in handy as well. Now you also get this little instruction manual here. There's not too much on there, it just tells you what you get. A little quick guide on saying you got to heat the tube here, you bend it over here, you make your measurement here, you cut it on this line, so on. So it's pretty straightforward there, and you also get your little warranty guide there with some information. Now you also get this, I wonder what they call this. This is your reamer. So you have an inside and your outside reamer. So this pretty much does is, once you do your cut, say you cut it at a certain length you need it, it's got a very, very sharp edge. Now when you say you use your hard tube where it has your double O-ring inside with your fitting, when you just push it in like so, it kind of sometimes can cut the inner the O-ring in there, which is going to seal your fitting onto your tube to stop it from leaking. So what you simply use this for is that you use the inner bit to go, just do a few turns like so, and that gives you a nice bevel on the outside, and then you just do a few little turns on the inside to get it nice and clean. Now that just takes the sharpness off. So when you go to fit it in your tube, you just push it, in your fitting, push it in like so, and that's it. So you don't sort of cut the edges of the O-rings inside the fitting. So that's pretty much all I want to cover on that. I don't want to go too much into the tutorial side of things. So I find this really, really handy to get. It comes in handy when you're using things other than this tool to cut your tubing. So if you're using a Dremel, a hacksaw, areas where it's not going to come off so neat, you can use this to really neaten it up. And then they're calling this the cutter. Pretty basic name there. And this is a really handy tool. See, I've never used one of these. I've always used a Dremel to cut my tube. This thing is much easier. You just line it out to where you want it. You line up your tube, and then I'm actually going to cut this bit for you now. So you simply just slide it out, and then you just push it till it's tight. So now this is now locked it. Now this has to be used on PETG. Now that's the type of tubing that it's not the acrylic. Acrylic is a very hard and it'll shatter. PETG is more sort of it's really hard, but it's more got some flex to it. It's like it's been, the material inside it has like a rubber additive to add that extra flex. So it's more sort of shatterproof. Now what you do is you just tighten this a bit, then you just turn your tube around like so, tighten it a little bit more, and then you just turn it like so, and then you tighten it a little bit more, and then tighten it like so, and now that's just gone all the way through. Now this is virtually silent. See, when using a Dremel, any other power tools, it's going to make a lot of noise, and that just cut it so easy. just like that. Very nice cut, very straight. Do this a few times. And there we go, you've got a nice cut ready to go into your fitting, just like that. Now bear in mind with this kit won't get you everything you need to start doing your bend. You've nearly got everything there. You've got your guides for your bending. Now you don't have to use these guides, but they do come in handy. I would recommend using these. Now these are designed for the 16mm outer diameter, so your tube just fits in there. So what I normally do is I normally screw it down, heat up where I want it, and then I just lie it down and just bend it along the guides there. So they do come in handy. It's got the silicone insert, which is a must. It's got the reamer, the cutter. Some other things you may need, you definitely will need a heat gun. Now some kits you can buy do come with a heat gun. I actually like this how it doesn't come with a heat gun, because a lot of people may have a heat gun, and it's also quite cheap to just buy this from the hardware store. I think this was like 20 bucks Australian. And I really like this one because it stands up. It's got this little platform here and it just stands up on its own. This is 2000 watts. It's got 2 speeds, and then once it's standing up, all I do is just hold the tube on top like this. You don't hold it right on top. When I cover it in the next video, I'll do this. You hold it up a bit, and this PETG, it heats up really quick, and it only takes about 5 to 10 seconds to get this flexi, and then you can start bending it. So yeah, so once you got those things, that's pretty much it to get started. So it's just a heat gun you need. So the next video I will cover that, and yeah, when you are sort of purchasing the kit, you've got to make sure you match up the inner and outer diameter sizes with the tube you are going. Thermaltake make it quite easy. It tells you here 5/8, 16mm, and you just match it up there. So you can get 10, 12 as well, but the larger size is your standard 16 and 12mm there. So that's pretty much it. Just want to thank Thermaltake for sending this out. Stay tuned for the next video, and we'll run through some tutorials on bending some tube.